Hey everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama, and today is the first 5 Ways Wednesday in I don't know how long. I haven't even looked back at my channel. I know it's been a while since I have been here, and I'm sorry about that. Sometimes you just need to take a break from social media, whether that is for your own mental health or whether you are trying to be quiet and amplify the voices of others because their voices need to be heard in that moment and not yours. That is what I've been trying to do lately, and I gotta say, taking a little step back from social media has been nice for me, but I have missed it a lot. So I'm ready to get back into the game, back into the swing of things. And I figured the best way to do that was to start with the first thing that I ever started doing on this channel, and that's 5 Ways Wednesday. So today I want to talk to you about a really cool brand new product from 12Little. You guys know I'm a very big fan of 12Little. I recently collaborated with them to do the Sensible Clutch, which we were so excited about. But 12Little has come out with this really unique and just super, super cool product that just has so many ways to use it. So I want to show you this today. It is their insulated bottle bag. So this is meant for babies and bottles. I don't have any babies who take bottles anymore, so I don't have those to show you today, but I will show you how cups and things fit inside of it, and you can sort of extrapolate from there how a bottle would fit. So this is the insulated bottle bag. I'm gonna really quickly go over some of the features of this because once I get excited showing you how things are packed up, I sort of forget to go over the details with you. So let's do that really quickly. This bag on the exterior is made of 100% polyester, and the inside is polyester plus insulation. I'll get into that in a minute. And all of the trim is vegan leather. You get an adjustable seatbelt strap like this. This is not a satiny seatbelt strap. It feels a lot like what the seatbelt straps on a car seat feel like. And this one is in the leaf print, and it has silver hardware, and look at how cute. You see 12Little etched onto the hardware there? I love that. The bag also comes with a vegan leather handle. It is not removable, even though it looks like it is. That's just an embellishment there. So this way you can carry it just by the strap or over the shoulder and crossbody. It's got 2 elastic pull tabs here so that you can tighten this interior bag to keep everything inside. And then here on the back, there's a little slip pocket, which is actually perfect for your phone. So it's a very minimal type of bag on the outside, which I really like. If I'm carrying something like bottles, I don't need it to have a whole lot of fluff on the outside. I think overall what I like about this bag is that it is understated in its simplicity, but it has like all the features that you would want in a bottle bag. Okay, so here's the inside of the bag. You can see that insulation down in there. And one of my favorite things is that this has got 2 loops inside of it to keep bottles upright. So if you're carrying a couple of bottles or sippy cups or whatever, even a bigger insulated cup for yourself, you can keep those from falling over inside of your bottle bag, which to me is a big deal because I always used to put my Pura containers and bottles inside of a Jujube fuel cell. And while I love the fuel cell, it did bother me that sometimes they would tip over. So I think that is a really, really awesome feature of this bag. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna pack her up 5 different ways to give you some ideas of how you might use this bag. We do have this available at The Sensible Mama, and as long as 12Little has it in stock, we will be keeping it in stock because it's just such a neat and interesting and useful little product. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first way I want to show you is actually the fact that you can put a 2-liter Big Bottle Co. water bottle inside of here to help keep it nice and cool. My one complaint about the Big Bottle Co. water bottles is that they are not insulated, which means they're going to sweat and they're going to not stay cool as long, which when you're trying to drink water, it always helps when it's cold. So one of my favorite things to discover about this bottle bag is that the Big Bottle Co. bottle does fit inside of it and it will fully close. And one of my favorite things about this, and I'll try to show you on camera, is that you can actually leave it just like this with the top of the Big Bottle Co. bottle sticking out. And that way, when you're ready to drink, especially it helps if you put like a Go Silly extra long straw in here, you can just get right into your water and keep it inside of the bottle bag. Drink stays colder. This is not going to keep your stuff as cold as like a stainless steel insulated mug would, but if you are wanting to carry your Big Bottle Co. bottle and you're just wanting to give it a little bit more oomph in terms of coldness, this is actually a really great solution. We do have Big Bottle Co. and Go Silly straws available at The Sensible Mama. We're low on some of the colors, but we do have more coming They should be here either at the end of this week or next week, so be on the lookout for that if you want to check out this hack. The next way that I have this packed up is for carrying drinks for more than one person. In my case, I'm usually carrying a drink for myself and then a drink for my two littles. So I wanted to show you how this would fit in here as well. I'm using those little side elastics to keep everything in place. Let me just give you a peek down in there. So let's unpack it. Now, one of the things that I didn't mention in the intro is that every one of these bottle bags comes with a little freezer pack. Looks like this. So you can actually store this in your freezer, and then when you're ready to go, pop it into the bottle bag, and it'll just help keep things a little bit colder. You get one with your purchase, and then you can also order extras. They're very inexpensive, just to add a little bit of coolness to your insulated pouch. So I just had that sitting right on the top. Then sitting down in the center here, not inside of the elastics, is my Big Bottle Co. Insulated 500 milliliter cup. Then in the elastics here, I have a Pura bottle. This is the Pura straw cup. And I also have a Replay Sippy cup. I will say the Replay Sippy cups go in and out of the elastics a little bit better than the Pura, just because that silicone wrapping around the Pura does stick to the elastic inside of here just a little bit. So this is easier to go in and out for sure, but they both fit in there just fine. And the last thing that I have in here is a little Bumpkins snack bag. This comes in a 2-pack, so you get 2 different little snack bags. And in here, I just have a whole bunch of Go Silly straws. You cannot go anywhere and pull these out without people wanting one. So whether it's my kids or my husband or a family member who's with us and needs a straw, I just like having a few of those with me, especially when it's really hot outside and people need to stay hydrated. It wouldn't be a 5 Ways Wednesday if I didn't show you how to pack this up as a little mom bag, which I really didn't think was gonna be love for me until I packed this up. And then I thought, oh my gosh, this is gonna be my new quick trip out bag, because let me show you. In here, I have just a few things that I tend to be grabbing for while I'm out by myself. Back here in the back, you can see I have got 2 things. Sitting right here, I have one of my pens. This is from Fun Club. We carry these at the Sensible Mama. These all have different little pithy sayings on them. There's one that's called demotivational, and it has sort of like snarky little comments on it. There's one called adulting, and then there's another one called parenting. This one is from the adulting set, and it says growing up was the dumbest thing I've ever done. So I just have that tucked away in there because, as you'll see in a second, I do have a notepad in here as well. And then sitting right beside that, I have my phone. This is the iPhone 11 Pro with a Casetify case on it and a pop socket, and it fits in there perfectly, no problem. I was legitimately surprised by how much I was able to fit in here. It's everything that I would need on a quick trip out. So one of the first things that I have is a little set of Tegu blocks. If you guys watch my lives on Facebook, I almost always have these to just sort of tinker with. I have anxiety, and sometimes I just need something to fidget with, and that's just me. So these are little magnetic blocks, and what you get is a 6-pack of these. They look like this. Until you have memorized how this setup goes, keep the little card that comes with this, because I'm going to tell you what, it is a nightmare to get it back in this pouch if you don't remember how to put these back together. But it's just 6 little blocks that magnetize together. They make a really satisfying sound, and I just like to have those with me for when anxiety shoots up or I'm just bored. It's just a nice little thing to have. Next, I have a Limea brand coin purse that has got my AirPods in it. Sitting beside that, I have my Limea brand wallet. And one thing I'd like to show you while I'm here is that this wallet actually fits perfectly in this little back slip pocket too, and it doesn't stick up, which means that from the front, no one can see that you have your wallet sitting in there. So you can actually still carry this discreetly against your body, and people won't be seeing your wallet sitting out. Then for the last few things I have in here, I have a Jujube large set piece, which I was not expecting to fit in there. And there I have chargers, a power bank, and things like that for keeping my electronics and my kids' electronics charged. And lastly, I have my notebook. The next way is to kind of pack this up as like a little meal kit, and I think this is just brilliant. You could use this for yourself on the way to work or also for your kids, and I just think it's just brilliant how well designed this is and how much stuff you can fit in it. I feel like when Julia designed this, it's like she's been doing this so long, she just knows kind of the size of things and what size something like this needs to be to hold the things that moms usually carry. And a lot of times for me, that's gonna be food and drinks and plates and it all fits in here. It is amazing. So let me start by showing you the things that are sitting right on top. One, I have a Bumpkins wet bag, and you'll see why in a minute, but I have a like a little dish in here for a meal, and you don't always want to just put that right back in your bag if your kids or you have eaten out of it because it's going to be dirty. So I like to keep a wet bag with me so that I can put the dish inside of here when it's all done. If I'm out with my kids, I will usually bring a splat mat with me. This is by Bumpkins as well, and this is huge. This is like kind of the size of a picnic table cover, if you will. So I like to put this down whether it's on the table or if we're eating down on the ground, just to be respectful of the people around me so that we don't make a big mess, and also to keep my kids' food off of the floor and then going into their mouths. So it's really great to just fold this up and put it right inside there. Then I have another little, actually let me kind of show you what this all looks like now. So there's how the inside looks, and all I've taken out so far has been the wet bag and the splat mat. So next I have just another snack bag, as well as a replay snack stack. What I like to do with my kids, they don't usually snack a whole lot while we're on the go these days, but I do like to mix up my replay snack stacks and let Roman pick his favorite snack and Abby pick hers, and then they kind of know which is which. So I have that in there for dry snacks. And then this is the part that I just think is the coolest. Look down in there. That is the Bumpkins silicone grip dish with the brand new silicone lid that goes with it. This stays on really nicely, and let me show you this. I think the best part of it is that it goes on and off really easily too. So this little lid goes on here, and it just makes sure that your food isn't coming out of the dish. I will say, if you have something like lasagna that's gonna stain really badly and also is gonna move around a lot in your dish, this might not be the safest option. It's not like it snaps on or anything, so I would be worried about stuff leaking out of this. But if you have like chips and a sandwich or something like that, this is gonna hold it in there for sure. But I wouldn't go putting pastas or like things of that nature. Now, Bumpkins does make a utensil set that matches these grip dishes, but unfortunately I don't have any that I brought with me today. So all I have is my replay utensils, which I also love. I love mixing and matching these colors. And by sticking those down there in the dish, I'm able to put all of this together. And then whether we stop and get fast food and we want to get out and sit somewhere and spread out the splat mat, or if I've already preloaded this with food, I have everything that I need. And when we're all done eating, I'll just put the lid back on and pop this inside of that wet bag. The last way I want to show you is if you are using this to attend a socially distanced gathering and you want to bring some adult beverages, this works great for BruMate as well. So I don't have a lot of stuff here with me right now, but I did just want to show you how a few of the BruMate things fit inside of here. Right now, what I have is a BruMate Hopsulator Trio, which is great for cans, or people use this for coffee too, so it's another thing you could throw in there. And then I also have a bottle holder that looks like this, and even with a bottle inside of it, it's still short enough that you can close this all the way up, which I think is awesome. So you can fit a bottle and a hopsulator, you can fit a bottle and a pint, but I think you're probably only gonna get about 2 things in here from BruMate, unless you're using like the highballs or the Hopsulator Slim, which are a little bit smaller. You could probably fit 3, but for the most part, you're gonna fit about 2 adult beverages in there. All right, guys, that is it for this week's 5 Ways Wednesday. I hope you found it helpful. If it did, I will have links down in the description box for you to go check it out at thesensiblemama.com. Love ya, mean it always, mwah, and I'll see you in the next one.